You don't have to go far in Brighton to bump into talent. Damn it! Matt, what are you doing?
Well, I'm off to Edinburgh.
Well, that's comedy timing because you're going the wrong way. Hello? Oh, I'm over here. Lots of Brighton comedians are showcasing their talent in Edinburgh. We sent Vicky Nangle to get the exclusive.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you're watching Latest TV.
The Edinburgh Festival has been going since 1947 and it's been going from strength to strength, creating a mecca for all creative people to go to from all around the world. So of course Brighton wasn't going to miss out. We have so much creativity here. The first person that I managed to speak to is someone who has already garnered awards at the festival and all around the place. Her name is Zoe Lyons and you may have caught her on Muck the Week or Michael McIntyre's Roadshow, any number of television programmes. She decided to join our television programme and had a chat with us here. We're here at the award-winning upstairs at the 3 and 10, the fantastic comedy venue, and I'm here with Zoe Lyons, who is on later tonight trying out new material for her new Edinburgh show. Really looking forward to it. Award-winning, fantastic lady. Have you any idea what your new show is going to be about?
Well, I'm doing the tour show at the moment, and most of that will be in the Edinburgh show, but there are bits and bobs that have to be tried out for. It's an organic process, Vicky. It's an organic process. There are bits being added, taken away, thrown in the bin.
My mum's at that age now where she asks me the embarrassing questions. You know, when you were a kid, you used to ask the embarrassing questions. Why is he fat? Why have I got one leg? Why, you know? Now she's at that age where she's embarrassed. I was driving her home the other day and she just turned to me and she went, Zoe, what's teabagging?
Was being gay or being female ever a source of prejudice when you've been performing around the country?
Not a lot. When I first started, I didn't really mention being gay on stage. I mean, it wouldn't take a huge stretch of the imagination to assume I was, but I definitely noticed people react differently when a woman walked on stage at certain points. I've had blokes just fold their arms and away. Oh. You know, but they'd do the same if there was a woman flying the plane, or if there was people bang on about comedy being a male-dominated world, and it is to a certain extent, but then lots of things are still. I always think of Angela Merkel, what it must be like for her at the G20 summit. It must be such a pain in the arse with that horrible little man Berlusconi with his Brillo pad hair trying to slap her on the arse. She's my hero.
And I went to a casting recently, and I walked in and there was a guy there, hi, there's John Smedley, John Fabulous Leg, hey, hi. And, hi, Zoe, hi. And he was looking at my photo, you said to me, oh, you look younger in your photo. Well, of course I look fucking younger in my photo. It was taken in the past. It's a snapshot in time, isn't it? I thought, if you wanted to see what I look like exactly at this moment, I would have just come up to you and stuck my pasty face in your excuse for a face. I was like, don't... All photos I look younger in. I look younger in every single photo of me because I am fucking younger in them. Time has moved on. There is nothing we can do to stop that. I lost it with her. I was like, mate, this is a casting for a fucking spreadable cheese. Please don't get me to explain physics to you.
What is the best thing about having dogs?
Sometimes I can arrive home after a really long drive and maybe not a brilliant gig, and the first thing I'll hear when I come through the door is, and his tail will be going somewhere on the floor, and you just know that something, somewhere in that room, something loves you.
I've got a dog. I walk my dog. And often people will come up to me and just go, oh, what a lovely doggy! Oh, what a lovely doggy, lovely doggy, lovely doggy! Oh, you a lovely doggy! You like that, don't you? You like that, don't you? You like that, don't you? Oh, he likes that, don't you? You like that, don't you? One time I just stood there like that, sort of like some sort of, I don't know, pimpy provider of puppy porn. You like that, don't you? They've had no eye contact with me whatsoever, nothing, not even how I was near Eli's dog, just a, you fucking love that, don't you? You like that, don't you? You just think, of course he fucking likes it. It's a dog. It's one of his favourite things. If you'd come up to him and gone, do you like rock music and maybe a bit Rachmaninoff, he'd have probably gone, no, I'm not so fond of that actually. There's a lot of people in Brighton with crutches that don't need them as well. Have you noticed? You just walk around with them like bracelets. Hello, Brighton!
You've been in Brighton for quite some time. What do you love about it?
At least once a week you walk down the street and go, only Brighton. You'd only see that in Brighton. That's fantastic.
Do you know, I saw a picture of in a shop the other day down the seafront. This is so Brighton. Lesbian mermaids. How the fuck does that work on any level? You know, I'm a lesbian and often blokes will come out and go, so, those, what you do? And you think, if you have to ask, you have a very, very, very limited sexual understanding. But fucking mermaids, what the... What do you do? Whose fantasy is that? And I like mackerel and I like lesbians.
10 quick questions. First one, who first made you laugh?
Probably a parent.
Who do you think is the best comic?
I like Louis C.K. at the moment. It changes all the time.
Who did you want to be when you grew up?
Probably an astronaut for a while. And then Wonder Woman.
Who are you more like, your mum or your dad?
My mum and my dad.
What one thing in British comedy would make comedy better?
Time travel. Because then I'd be able to do more gigs in more places without having to sit on motorways.
Which is better, big venue or small venue?
Small venue for that sort of intimate feel, big venue for the big bucks.
Who is the current golden ticket in comedy?
It's me. That's a lie. But I'm really bad at self-promotion. I'm trying to do it better. I'm trying to get better at this. It's really hard to sell yourself. It's definitely me.
Who is the next big thing?
Me?
What did you have for breakfast?
Oh, it was kind of a disappointing combination of banana with muesli and a bit of other cereal on top. It was just too much.
Who last made you laugh?
My dog, actually.
And what is the best thing on television at the moment?
All I watch is Family Guy.
Thank you very much.
You're very, very welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You're watching Latest TV.
Another comedy sensation seen locally is Flange Crammer, otherwise known as Neil Dagli. Flange Crammer is a character who has done fantastically on the international ski circuit. So we had a word with Neil to find out more.
Most of you probably recognise me from watching Eurosport. I'm the Olympic skiing sensation Flange Crammer. Yeah, it's pretty exciting for you, especially the ladies. That's right, yeah.
You started off doing straight stand-up. Do you feel more comfortable being a character rather than putting yourself up there?
It wasn't really that I felt more comfortable. I just, when I did it that first time, you know, after the gig, lots of people came up to me and said, well, you know, you've got to carry on doing that because your normal stuff's absolute rubbish. So I just carried on doing it, and it did start going better when I started doing a character. In fact, when I met my first wife, it was love at first sight. I remember looking across at her and thinking, wow, she is a fox. She's ginger, and she was eating out of a dustbin. Eat my powder!
You sometimes get into trouble on stage. Could you give examples of this?
I can't think of a really good example off the top of my head, but there's a lot of audience interaction with Flange Crammer. So you never quite know what's going to happen. You know, you get some strange characters out there. Question number 2 for contestant number 2. My motto when I'm skiing for the Olympic gold medal is the same as my motto in the bedroom. Get to the bottom as quickly as possible. What is your motto?
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me!
That would terrify a lot of comics, to have that much audience interaction. Is it something that you savour, that you like more than the scripted stuff?
It's much more fun. I always think it's much better when I've got members of the public on stage. I think partly because I think the audience likes it. You know, they immediately pay more attention. You know, if one of their mates is up there, you've immediately got that table in the palm of your hand, really. The only way it really goes wrong is if they really don't want to take part, you know, and they really don't want to be there. But normally it's not like that. They've normally had a few drinks and they quite enjoy it, I think.
You're playing up in Edinburgh this year. Would you like to give a shout out to the show?
Yeah, it's the Big Value Comedy Showcase, and it's at Just the Tonic at the Caves, running all month. and it should be really good. It's exciting.
What time is it?
I'm on the late show, which I don't know the exact time of at the moment, but I'm presuming around 10:30, 11 o'clock.
So essentially this is a treasure hunt to find flange.
I don't know if I would have put it that way, but it's going to be just a busy month, and hopefully, Flange will enjoy it and come out the other side a better person.
Do you really think he's going to change?
No, I think he's going to be in his element up there, I think, though.
Well, thank you very much indeed. I normally give sweets to comics, but as it's the summer, I'm giving you a banana.
A summer banana. Thank you very much.
Healthy.
Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You're watching Latest TV.
Last year, up at the Edinburgh Festival, one to watch was definitely Nick Helm, garnering 5-star reviews left, right and centre. He's definitely someone who we want to keep an eye on. After last year's success, he went on to be nominated for Chortle's Best Newcomer Award, missing out just by a whisker. This year, his show, Dare to Dream, is the one to watch. We had a look at what he was performing and we had a little chat with him.
Do you like jokes? 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 Stop looking at me like that! Do you like jokes? You're in luck, mate. I got 6 of them.
You got fantastic write-ups last year for your Edinburgh. How did you go about doing your show? I gather you spent 6 months writing it.
It's a bit weird, really, because I start every year with like whatever's left over from whatever I've done in the past, and I go through all of the stuff, and then I start writing it, and I spend lots of time writing notes and stuff.
I won a swimsuit contest. I ate 57 swimsuits. You lucky people.
It's weird. Me and my mate Rob, who plays guitar for me, we've done shows in the past and no one's ever come to see it, so we thought no one's going to come and see this show. We'll just make it as good as we can, and then we'll see what happens. And then people started turning up, and we found it all really weird. Like after about a week, we started selling out. And then that was weird, because we honestly, and then half of me was really happy because it was like finally we've got an audience, and then the other half of me was just like, oh well, I've definitely got to do another show next year then, because this is like my 6th Edinburgh in a row, I think. So I thought I'll have a break, but I'm doing another one now.
I've seen your new boyfriend, he's really good looking. If he was a rent boy, I'd probably book him. Not that I'm really into that stuff, I'm just saying your boyfriend's incredibly buff. He's got a really nice face and really nice hair. He's really polite and he's really aware. He's got really nice teeth and a really nice tan. And he's really relaxed when the shit hits the fan. But he makes you look fat. He makes you look ugly like a man. He makes you look old just like his nan. Yeah, he makes you look fat. He makes you look fat.
I had the idea for He Makes You Look Fat about 5 years ago, and then when I actually sat down to write it, I think it took about 10 minutes to write.
It's actually been covered on YouTube by somebody else. It's got such a unique following.
Yeah, it's like a 15-year-old kid. Yeah, it's really weird though. It's weird.
Do you think Mr. T likes wearing all that jewelry? Do you think he was just paranoid about being burgled? Oh my God! This is happening. Right, this is the act. Right? Get on board. Don't get any better than this. Right?
How did you develop that persona of shouting?
Well, when any comedian starts out, you tend to be on bills of about 16 acts. And you want to do like 5 minutes each, and then it's like a conveyor belt, and it's very difficult to kind of stand out. I think a couple of Edinburghs ago I got genuinely annoyed with how apathetic a lot of the audiences were, but it's taken a while for people to get that it's an act. You hear people in the audience saying, oh, you're very angry, and it's just like, well yeah, that's you've actually just described the act, haven't you? That's a deliberate choice that I've made, and and they comment on it like it's an accident, but the whole point of the act is that I've gone on stage angry, or I'm having a breakdown, and that's the point of the act, you know.
We sell a product in Iceland, I don't know if you're aware, they sell a product in Iceland called chicken tikka. Chicken tikka. Chicken tikka. Chicken tikka. tikka lasagna! Chicken tikka lasagna! Chicken tikka la fucking what? Not in my name! Not while I'm on duty! You let that slip, the next thing you know they're going to be selling doner kebabs to everyone sweet and sour toad in the fucking hole! Fuck you, Iceland, fuck you up your stupid ass!
What advice would you give to aspiring comics?
Just gig as much as you can and be... I know when I started, I was just happy to be doing it, and I knew that I was right at the bottom. I knew I was right at the bottom of this comedy ladder, and I just wanted to get better. And I just think the more you gig, the more you write, the better you get, and all good things happen to you at your own pace. So I don't really hunt things out. I just try and do as good a show as I possibly can at that point. And I know I'm going to improve, and I let that take care of itself, because it's just about working hard and doing it and enjoying. And there's so many. You get a lot of people that are very career-minded and goal-orientated, and I'm not really like that. And I just kind of like, you know, trying to enjoy every gig that I do as much as I possibly can, and just believe in the fact that it can go somewhere, and it is going somewhere, and it will go somewhere. And just, you know, just work hard and enjoy it.
You look like my ex-girlfriend. Has anyone ever told you that? She's married now with a baby. What an idiot. Who marries a baby?
What would you like to do in the next year?
I want to do the best show that I can do this year. I know that me and Rob were really surprised with how well last year went, and I think this year we've got more potential to do the sort of show that I really want to do. And last year I really wanted to do that show, but it took us a long while to get to there, because I know we had a difficult preview stage. So this year I just want to do a really good show. I think that's it, and you know, live up to whatever hype I got last year. You know, I just don't want to do a rubbish show, and everyone will go like, "Oh, it was all right last year, but this one's not as good." You know, I don't want that. I just want it to be good. So
I'm sure it will be.
Try. You can but try.
I got you, you got me. Got each other for the world to see. Louder! I love you, you love me. Got each other and a family. I got you, you got me. We got each other for the world to see. World to see.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You're watching Latest TV.
Of course, there's plenty of other comedy talent all around Brighton that can be seen up at the Edinburgh Festival. Not necessarily with their own solo shows, but certainly making the most of it. One of these is our very favourite Angela Barnes. She's recently won the BBC Radio 2 New Comedy Award, and she was fantastic at it. We managed to catch her at the latest awards performing.
I moved here 3 years ago. Me and my pet hamster, Steve. Bless him. In an effort to be eco-friendly, though, I started lining his cage with shredded bank statements. So the little bastard stole my identity. I only realised when I looked back over my accounts, because there's no way I spent 200 quid last month on salad. Cheers. I've just had a birthday, actually, just turned 34. Which, I was fine about it until I realised I'd outlived 5 Blue Peter dogs. It's too many. And I worry that technology's passing me by. And we want everything so right here, right now, don't we, so instantly. Right, my bank has this service, it's brilliant. You send them a text message, they instantly text you back your balance. Did it this morning. I think the LOL on the end was a bit harsh. It's a fair point. When I was a teenager, though, I was pretty popular with the boys. Oh, thank you, yeah, because my dad ran a sex shop. Yeah, no, it's true, that was my dad's job, which was fine, wasn't really a problem. Till it came to take your daughter to work day. Arranging dildos with your dad might be acceptable in Scandinavia. In Maidstone, it is frowned upon. Bless my dad, he's up there now in the great big sex shop in the sky. Yeah, word to the wise. Just remember that when you die, someone in your family will get your computer. You can laugh, I could never show my face in that branch of PC world again.